first I was super excited because that was my dream, right, to do that practice. But like soon I became really fearful, stressed, anxious, and I got really sick also there. I've never been sick, and I got really sick. So what was the thing? The thing was that people were not caring about the animals. They just care about making money, and they were all involved in the stress, daily stress, and they forgot about the animals. And I thought to myself, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is not for me. This is not what I've studied. This is not my passion. So since I was little, I wanted to be a biologist or a veterinarian, and or a BBC cameraman. Okay, so everything connected with animals, because that's what I've been brought up on. I had vets on the family. I had my neighbors were vets, so sometimes I went with my neighbors at night. We went like to a rugby training, and then we stopped to do a cow delivery or something. And I was little, and I love that. So yeah, a lot of stories with animals when I was growing up, and I always loved animals. I always had animals in my life. But then I decided to build my company because I was hating that. So let's build a company. I built a company. So I was working on people's homes. Okay, I was a home veterinary. So that's completely changed everything, because it was completely different. You were on their place, not in a stressful, modified place. You were on their home. So it was, and you can really start. So that's when we start to see, and we didn't know this term, or the holistic side of things, how it was important to the environment, right? The family. We started to see how was the connection with the animal, with the owners and stuff. So, and then we change our life. Books change our nutrition. We change our completely our nutrition, and then we change the nutrition of the animals. Then on the next year, so we went really deep on nutrition for ourselves and for the animals, and we changed everything, and we changed the medicine. We start doing more natural ways to treat pets. And then one year on the summer, I was passing through, we were on vacation. I was passing through a kind of a lobby with a bookshelf, and there was a book there that was magnetic for me, like was like calling me, like grab me, read me, a blue book. So I grabbed the book finally, because I've passed that for that book a lot of times, and I grabbed it, and it was The Ancient Art and Science of Pranic Healing. So what is this? What is this? And I was really curious, because it makes the science and energy part. I didn't know anything about energy, but I knew about science, and it really explained how can you do the steps to heal someone with energy, and it makes sense to me. I'm very curious. I always have been, and I always was like, I have a scientist approach to it. Let's try it and see if it works. So I took a course on pranic healing. I started practicing on my family. Well, I remember the first treatment was my sister got a burn. She burned with something really hot on the stove, and I immediately applied energy medicine, and she got released like in 30 seconds. And she says, "Oh, I'm good." And okay, you're just being kind. And then it was my mother on the knee. I had a pain on the knee. I treated that quickly. She said she was okay, better. I didn't believe on her, because I had no confidence in myself. And that's the problem when you are not in your environment, when you are not on your soul's mission. You don't have fully confidence in yourself. You are not on your path. When you're not on your path, everything is like a bit of a struggle, and you tend to not have so much confidence in yourself, and not because it's not in your place. So I started treating that, but I started treating people. I started to apply it, but I didn't have confidence. So one time, there was some guardians. We call it guardians. We don't call it owners, okay, of the animals. We call it guardians or protectors. They called us to see an animal that had suffered a pull on his neck. So he was tetraplegic. He was not moving his arms or his legs. He was there in pain for 3 days. So they went to the vet. And the vet said they had to put him down. They have to shut him down. There was nothing to do because you should have done something prior to that time. So they called us because they knew we did some different kind of medicine. We were there and we saw the animal, and we thought, okay, there's nothing we can do. We should have stabilized the spine, the neck area. But I've learned a new course, a new technique. It won't harm him. I don't know if it's going to do good for him, but we can try. Oh yes, doctor, please do everything that you can to my dog. And I said, okay. So I started to apply. I started to notice there was a congested of energy. So energy in excess on the neck area. So you learn how to remove that energy and to put new energy through your breathing and through your hands. So 1 hour of treatment, the dog just stood up and started running. And I was, whoa, is this possible? Yes, animals don't lie. I always get the shield when I talk this story, because this was my aha moment. Okay, this works. If this works in animals, this works in people. The only thing is the mind, that we can block everything, right? We can block a pill, we can block a massage, we can block whatever. But animals are super pure and they don't lie. So, and that was the beginning of that. So I treated a lot of animals with energy, and also my partner, she has the courses. She does it in animals, not so much right now. She's more focusing on nutrition, natural nutrition, and I started to apply it on the animals. But then I saw the connection between the people and the animals. I knew that the person needed help because they had the same problems. We started seeing like an animal had like gastritis. We asked, does anyone in the family has gastritis? Yes, I have gastritis. And you see, okay, what's the probability? And then arthritis, and then I don't know, so many things, allergies and cancer, a lot of cancer. Okay, in the same spot, in the same place that the animal had, the person has, or someone in the family that normally the animal is more close to. Okay, especially in dogs. Cats are a bit more different, but they always also they work a lot of the energy of the place. So it's amazing. So I started to get really, really, really sad just working with animals. I start like diminishing my light. I start diminishing my potential, and I started to see that I had to help people. And I started to apply in people. Margarita said to me, Miguel, you're starting to be really sad. Just go and do your thing. And from that is history. I treated so many people, from sports people, business people, people with anxiety, stress, so many, and physical problems also. But now I'm more focusing on helping change makers and soulpreneurs, people who want to change the world. So I want to help them because I know if I help them, they will make a great impact in the world. And soulpreneurs are entrepreneurs with soul that are really connected with their essence. I cannot hear you, Gloria. Sorry.
You're muted, Mama.
Yes.
I love what you say. The soul entrepreneur. I love that because I feel I'm one of
For sure,
those. A soul
you two
entrepreneur.
are soulpreneurs.
You know, it's funny because I continue to come in contact, especially with people through London Real, I've got to say, that are soulpreneurs, that are really passionate about changing the way we do business, bringing back the heart bringing back the soul, bringing back positive energy, aligning with a purpose and a mission that's for the greater good. And I continue to see that in more and more of my students. And these are the students you see more and more of on Hot Topics, because I just keep meeting everyone. They have